Hey everyone, this is Lynna, and I am in my hotel room at the casino where I'm doing this event, and I just keep getting crapped on, people. It's just unbelievable the amount of crap I get loaded on to me on a daily basis, you know. Well, first of all, here's the latest about my check from this company that was supposed to pay me like a long time ago. I had corresponded with them since my roommate wasn't allowing me to get my check and stuff from her, and because I had moved out of the apartment like at the beginning of this month, and she wanted me to pay her $600, which I didn't really think it was feasible for me to pay for something that I wasn't going to use. So I had left and stuff, and in the meanwhile, checks had come to that address where I was living, and she kind of like held them hostage. She wouldn't let me get to them. She was even threatening to cash them to cover the rent and stuff like that. Well, I had them canceled and reissued and stuff, and they sent them to me, apparently, but they never got there. So then I told them, I said, I have moved, and you know, I had told them this before. I had moved to a new address in Minneapolis, and I was really basically ready to receive my checks at the new address, and I gave them my updated address. Everything, all the information was there, and to make a long story short, even though I did all the things that I was asked to do and I gave them my updated address, they still sent this check to the address that I had previously had problems with. So lo and behold, they sent it via UPS, and somebody signed for it, and I thought it was Tony, but it ended up being some office management. Thankfully it wasn't Olivia, or else I wouldn't see that check either. But so the office signed for it, and then I called the offices in Plymouth, Minnesota, where I used to live, and they said, yeah, we have your check. I said, can I pick it up tomorrow? Sure, we'll have it here in the office. Okay, thanks. Well, I call back and tell them, you know, email them, because they never answer their phone or never want to talk to me over in LA where they cut this check. And I told them, I said, I can't believe that you guys would have done this yet again. This was the problem that I had tried to avoid. And they're like, Lynna, this is the address we had on file. This is the address. And it's like, no, here's emails corresponding to tell you that this was not the email. I mean, this was not the address, you know, that I had updated with you with. You know, the address was already in a prior email. I sent it like 4 or 5 times. So even at one point they said, yes, we acknowledge we have changed it to your Pillsbury address. That's the road I live on. And I was like, okay, thank you. So I get the check, and you know, I get this package delivered over to my old apartment, which I don't have any access to. Thankfully, it was a package that you could only sign for, so the apartment actually held it, or else Olivia would have grabbed it and then confiscated that one too. But I just can't believe the gross like negligence that people have, and just the fact that they don't want to admit that they're wrong. I mean, so now I look like a jerk, you know, I look like an idiot, because here I am complaining to them about this check, and they're like, hey, you know, that was the address we had on file, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, that was the problem. you know, people, I get so tired of this whole career choice that I made. It doesn't fit anymore. It's not working. For instance, today, guess what I'm doing? I'm running a handheld camera. I haven't run a handheld camera on my shoulder since, let me see. The day I transitioned, the day after, I ran a camera for a basketball game and stuff, and that was the last time. I have not had a camera on my shoulder since. I don't even know if I can handle it anymore. I'm not the same, you know, physically just not the same. So, it's dysphoria in the workplace, and people, it's real. If you had a career as a mechanic, if you had a career as a camera operator in a very male-influenced industry, if you had any kind of male-dominated career, you're going to have to deal with job, workplace dysphoria. And it sucks, because this is what I gave my hands to do, is to operate cameras and to do that kind of thing. And specifically, I did a camera crane, and no girls do that. So I find myself at a loss, you know, I don't know what to do. It's what made me money, but I'd rather flip burgers as a girl than, you know, have the career choice that I have now, which is not panning out, by the way, because nobody hires me anyway. So Tony said, Lynna, I support you in whatever you want to do. If you want to, you know, whatever you want to do. If you want to just go back to school, get a job that you're comfortable with, where nobody knows your name, or knows your past. And that's where it's at for me, people. I am just tired. I am just tired. So dealing with that check, yeah, just dealing. I just feel like I'm crapped on all the time now. But it's called transition, and it's what is to be expected, because transition is painful. Life in a cocoon is painful. Once the cocoon starts to shed and a butterfly starts to emerge, we enjoy the fact that people become butterflies, but we don't enjoy that fact and understand the fact that people have to first become caterpillars and then go into this cocoon. So it's like a dormancy, and then they're like developing inside that cocoon and nobody sees them, and then the abrupt letting out of the butterfly as it breaks through the old shell and stuff. Well, this is hard, and sometimes I don't know what to do, you know, because it's so hard. But I will push through. I will get through this. I will make it to the other side, and I will be a better person for it. Because I know who I am. I know what I am, and I will get there. I may get there bumped and bruised and hurt and all that, but I'll get there, and I'll be whole finally. I'll be gone with facial hair and Adam's apple and penis and whatever else all that dominates my world yet. So anyway, you guys have a great evening, and I hope to give you a brighter and happier and cheerier Lynna in the future. Bye. Love you guys.